Okay, welcome back, everybody, and boy, we know the majority of you out there listening have been cut from the broadcast on fasthockey.com. That will not be restarted, unfortunately. The game has lost too much time, so the archive is corrupted. Fast Hockey will not be able to recover the video stream tonight, unfortunately. We did, however, take the initiative to restart the YouTube broadcast. For those few out there who want to continue listening to this broadcast, we really apologize, folks, for the internet issues we've been experiencing here over the last few weeks at the KYC. It's completely unacceptable. I'll try my best again to get to the bottom of it. I know I'm going to sound like a broken record. It happened a couple Saturdays ago, I believe, back here in this building. Thought it was taken care of after the people over at Webfire notified me there was an outage which occurred not just here but everywhere in town. And I'm wondering if it's a similar instance tonight. The internet came right back up a lot quicker than it did the last time it happened. It happened quickly enough tonight to where we were able to salvage at least a part of this broadcast. There's about a dozen minutes remaining in period 3, and for those of you following on Twitter, you know the score is 3-2 Wildcats off that Johnny Lazarus goal, his second goal in as many games after coming back from the injury. Again, folks, I really can't apologize enough for all these technical difficulties. For those of you listening, you deserve much better, and I'm going to try my best to get to the bottom of this week and leave a very, very friendly message. Do my best to keep it friendly with the city internet here in Wichita Falls, a local company, Webfire. History here. I won't be able to make any promises, unfortunately, but we'll do our best to get it fixed so that this doesn't happen again, because can't imagine if this happens during the postseason. That would really just cause an uproar. So that will be my number one priority heading into the next work week. Monday morning, I'll be right on it. And I would have called them tonight if they weren't closed. Unfortunately, there's nobody in the building with any sort of authority to resolve the issue. This is a building that is owned by the city of Wichita Falls, and we've got a scuffle here occurring between Dom Sipus and Kyle Santoro. But the internet service is also provided by the city of Wichita Falls. And there's some booing going on right now. They don't like the fans here don't like the situation unfolding. Dom Sipus and Kyle Santoro each heading to their respective penalty boxes. It was just a bit of a disagreement. My guess is it's going to be 2 aside for roughing. And those of you listening on YouTube.com, I'd like to thank you very much for rejoining our broadcast here tonight. Welcome back to the broadcast. 11 and a half minutes remain in period 3. Alex Von Coydel with you as always. And again, we apologize for the interruption in tonight's broadcast. Wildcats with a 3-2 lead after that goal scored by Johnny Lazarus. Austin Albrecht carries the puck down in behind the Amarillo net and centers into a crowd of players. Phil Fromberger broke it up. Nick Rosa put it across the ice. Austin Albrecht had to kick it to his stick and fires, missed wide short side. And now Albrecht will give it to Rourke Russell. Gernhofer takes it away from him, and he will fire a long-range shot from about 100 feet out. Kappelmaster squats on it, leaves it out, and the puck has been banked off the half boards and back out to center. Matt Meininger, former Odessa Jackalopes defenseman, he will carry the puck over the red line, set up George Mika across the Cats' blue line. The backhand shot from the half boards, easy stop by Kappelmaster. Now it's picked up Molinaro with some fancy stick work. Lost the puck in doing so to Austin Beaulieu. Now Beaulieu going after Meininger. Meininger tipped it further into the Wildcat zone. Jake Dalton springs Goodser on his way. He's going to outrace Meininger. Has to slam on the brakes, though. Good defensive play on the back check made by George Mika, the second leading goal scorer, or scorer, I should say, on the Amarillo Bulls, behind only Joey Molinaro, a commit to the University of Niagara in Buffalo, as Kappelmaster makes a good shoulder save to keep his team ahead by 1. Kappelmaster has really bounced back. Hinted at it earlier, folks. Kappelmaster has done a tremendous job this year bouncing back from weak goals, goals that we're not used to seeing him give up, like the one that happened earlier in this game back in the first period after that Charlie Singerhouse shorthanded goal from the left half boards. Not the type of goal we're used to seeing Kapellmeister surrender, but he's done a tremendous job. Having a short memory as a goaltender, you need to have just that. He has bounced back and made every save since. A 19 save streak, Kapellmeister. Charlie Singerhouse with the puck on his stick on the left wing side. Across the halfway point of period 3, it's a 3-2 hockey game in favor of the Cats. Another goaltender who's been strong tonight, Brian Baker. Vastly improved in his game from last night. Baker gave up 5 goals on 40 shots. But he got stronger as the game went on, I thought. Jake Dalton assumes control of the puck. In his own zone, he surveys. With 9:20 to go in period 3, Dalton carries the puck and patiently awaits in behind his own net. He'll give it to fellow Michiganer Noah Gilraith. Now Austin Albrecht through center. Sets up Lazarus already with 2 points tonight. Lazarus in the left circle, pivots, turns away from Salau, put it in behind the net. Albrecht's got it. Albrecht puts it in front. Lazarus the backhand shot, save, rebound. Rosa put it wide. Rosa drops it back to the left point. Baum hauls it down the left half boards. Rosa in behind, centers. Albrecht shoots, glove save, chest save by Brian Baker. He made the chest stop and then put it in his glove. A big stop made by Brian Baker to keep his team within 1. And we go to our third period media timeout. To those of you listening on YouTube, once again, thank you for your patience and thank you for rejoining the broadcast and tuning in for the last half of period 3. And we hope the Wildcats can give you the win that you deserve for putting up with all these internet mishaps that we've had here in this building within the last few weeks. Hopefully, we can get that resolved once and for all this coming week. Next home game is Friday, March 25th against the Topeka Roadrunners, who they're playing tonight against the Odessa Jackalopes. Topeka won in a barn burner last night, 7-6 the final at the Landon Arena up in Kansas's capital against the Odessa Jackalopes. What a game that must have been, and I'm sure next week I see a good buddy of mine, Arch Ecker, will be making the trip down to Wichita Falls to broadcast the game for Topeka, which is great for him. He hasn't had the opportunity to travel with the team as of late. I don't think all season he was allowed to travel with the Roadrunners, and it's great for him. They're finally allowing him to do so, and I'm looking forward to catching up with him a little bit. Right now, that game is 3-3, and the Lone Star Brahmas still with a 1-0 lead over the Corpus Christi Ice Rays through 2 periods at Nitex. Rosa popped it out in front to the left circle in the Amarillo zone. Albrecht working hard for that puck, tries to turn it on goal, blocked by Rosa. Fromberger pins Rosa up to the boards in behind the Bulls net. Puck rattles up the half wall. Molinaro tries to clear, gets it past Baum, but no further. Lazarus right back on it, swings it back into Amarillo territory. The Bulls reset. It's Phil Fromberger. He will work it through center, carries, leads the rush himself, takes a wide shot that was just off target past Kapellmeister's glove, and the puck has just been lofted back out to center. Fromberger in pursuit. 8:15 to go in period 3. 39-23 the shots on goal. Pretty lopsided as usual in favor of the Wildcats, who they have not been outshot by the Bulls yet this season in a matchup. However, the goals are not so lopsided, just 3-2 Cats. There was some face-off as to where this excuse me. There was some confusion as to where this face-off would take place. It looks like it's going to be taking place to the right of Kapellmeister now. Alexei Poikala was going to step in to take the draw against Charlie Singerhouse. Poikala won it, and Kapellmeister had to stop it from crossing the goal line. Good crowd in attendance tonight here on $5 ticket night. Last night we had around 1,500. Tonight looks to me like around that, possibly a little bit more. Always helps to have a very supportive crowd on hand here at the KYC. Such a beautiful, tremendous facility here. And despite the issues we've had technologically on that side of things, yes, there have been issues, but when this building has a good amount of people in it, it is a very good atmosphere, a tremendous venue in which to play, and the players really enjoy it. And I think that's part of why they're undefeated in 2016. That's got to be a big part of it. On home ice, they have not lost a game on home ice since December 19th of 2015 to the Lone Star Brahmas. Former Amarillo Bull alternate captain Trent Dillinger backhands a pass to the goal line for Litviak, who weaves his way in front of the net. His shot turned aside by Baker. Now Dillinger has it along the half boards. He's got Gilraith open at the right point. Couldn't manage to get it to him. Rosenbaum intercepts, and he carries out for Amarillo. Jake Rosenbaum looking for his first point as a Bull. Sets up Mika for a shot, which was wide on the blocker side. Dillinger hauls it off the glass. Litviak couldn't steal it. He would have had a breakaway had he managed to. The Bulls instead with possession. Punch it back out to neutral ice. Dillinger sweeps it in, and Yeager's line is off the ice for a line change in the replacement of Goodser's line. And now here's Paisan. Paisan regains the Amarillo Bulls zone. Rosenbaum put it in behind his own net. Norris couldn't spring Mika. It's picked off. Now Goodser holds and fires, and his shot was blocked by an Amarillo stick, and it goes off the mesh. 6:24 to go in period 3. The Wildcats continue with a 3-2 lead. A lead that was pretty recently gained by the Wildcats off a Johnny Lazarus goal early on in period 3. With the Wildcats, coaches and players alike have got to love having Johnny Lazarus back. He is 4th on the team in points now with 40. The 4th player to reach 40 points this season after Austin Albrecht, Austin Bolio, and Adam Goodser. Johnny Lazarus with 3 points in just 2 games thus far. 4 points already in just these 2 games since returning from that shoulder injury, which had him sidelined for 4 games. It was a scary moment. We're very fortunate. The Wildcats and the organization very fortunate that it was not worse than it was, because he really went into those corner boards funny. You could all tell right away that there was something wrong with his shoulder, and very fortunately he was okay and was given the green light to play. The trainer, Brian Deathridge, was actually hoping to give him some ice time down in Corpus. But the Wildcats brain trust selecting to err on the side of safety, and it seems like that's paid off. The 20s line, Johnny Lazarus, Austin Albrecht, Nick Rosa to take the ice. Jake Dalton and Rourke Russell on defense, a couple of very young blue liners. Rourke Russell having just turned 18. Jake Dalton turns 19 in July. Dalton got it up to Lazarus, kept alive. Long quick shot by the Amarillo Bulls. Easy stick save, Kapellmaster on Jacob Nitschke. Gernhofer wants it. Sarnowski gives it away. Lazarus sets up Austin Albrecht through center. He slices his way over the blue line. Austin Albrecht on the left side gets Matt Nels down. He put it wide. Dalton turned one towards the goal. It was trickling wide on the short side of the net. Now the puck bounces back out to neutral ice. Rourke Russell flutters it back in. Tyler Gernhofer's going to assume control in his own zone and give it across for Jacob Nitschke. Nitschke lost it. Fromberger punched it ahead. Rourke Russell goes D-to-D for Dalton now. Jake Dalton, the native of Saginaw, I should say. University of Bowling Green commit. Got it to Austin Albrecht. Albrecht put it in behind. Poikola's got it. He's got some creativity. See what he does. He tries to backhand a centering pass, blocked by Gernhofer. Gernhofer tries to swing it out of the zone. Poikola there to intercept. He's battling for it now. Ryan Burnett wrapped up there along the half wall, deep down the half wall. Poikola wedges it deep. Around the end boards, Gilraith pinches. Meininger tries to chip it past Alexei Poikola, who's still forechecking hard down there. The Bulls have had the puck behind their own net for about 40 seconds. Finally, they flutter it back out to center ice. Gilraith gains the red line and shoots it right back in. He goes to the bench for a line change. 4:20 to go in period 3. It's a 3-2 game in favor of the Cats. 41-25 the shots on goal. The Bulls have really got to get something going here. They've been very quiet this period. Molinaro with a backhand shot that goes well wide, blocker side on Kappelmaster. Meininger couldn't turn it on net. It was blocked by some traffic in the form of Dillinger and Yeager. Now here's Mika left point. Put it off the half boards down low to Joey Molinaro, who's pinned up by Dom Sipis. Mika ends up with it, courtesy of Joey Molinaro, protecting that puck beautifully. Turns it towards the front of the net, sent just wide by Mika. Left point Meininger, his shot blocked by Cole Norris. Rounds takes the body on him. Mika spins away from Yeager. Mika battling hard for that puck, gets it away from Yeager. Backhands it towards the goal line. It's Cole Norris picking it up there. Cole Norris pivots, stops on a dime, tries to fake out Michael Rounds. Good luck with that. The puck turned over, and here come the Cats on the counterattack. A lot of their players tired at the end of that shift. Dillinger has it right half wall, gave it across for the trailer. Litviak shoots, blocker saved by Brian Baker, and he pounces on that puck. Three and a half remain in period 3. The Wildcats buzzing for that elusive insurance goal, which would put the Amarillo Bulls away. But the Bulls hanging around just like they so often do. Very rarely, if ever, do they just roll over and die and let the Wildcats skate away with an easy victory. I can really, to my recollection, I can really only say that's happened once out of the 10 times the Cats have beaten the Bulls this season. I can only recall one instance in which the Bulls played themselves out of the game. Back in that 8-0 blowout in Amarillo at the bullpen, in which Anton Martinson lost his temper. He is the backbone of this team, and a goaltender like that, who leads the North American Hockey League in saves, loses his temper, it's likely the team will follow, and they did. Anton Martinson has been unavailable to the Bulls for this series, and that's been a blessing for the Wildcats because he is a tremendous goaltender who nearly always gives the Wildcats all kinds of trouble. The only reason I say nearly always was because of that one game in which the Cats lit him up. But phenomenal goaltender. Swedish native. What I've heard, a tremendous young man as well. Haven't had the privilege of meeting him. And probably won't because he's in his final season in junior hockey before he goes on to play Division I college, presumably, somewhere. He has yet to commit to a school. But what a tremendous season. A 10-28 record, which does not do him justice by any means. .924 save percentage, just right up there with Justin Kappelmaster. Leads the league again in saves. Unfortunately for him, just did not have a whole lot of run support this season. An Amarillo Bulls team which has struggled to find its way and struggled to find offense. The Wildcats will not be seeing them again probably until October. Jake Houston, with 1:20 to go, finds Charlie Singerhouse through center. Joey Molinaro dumps it deep. We're going to be seeing Brian Baker going to the bench any second here. Puck battle ensues behind the Cats net in the meantime. Now it's Norris swinging it to the left point. Kept alive as a long shot from Meininger is on target. And Kappelmaster squatted down to make the save. He closed the wickets in the butterfly and makes another stop. Here's Garrett Van Wy. Kappelmaster's made 22 straight saves. Van Wy's shot from the slot denied by Baker. Baker looks up at the clock, 52 seconds to go. Garrett Van Wy trying to kill off some of those seconds, and he does so successfully, backhanding the pass back to the point for Rounds, whose shot just off target, wide blocker side. The last minute of play is brought to you by La Quinta Inn & Suites. 38 seconds remain. The Wildcats still nursing a tenuous one-goal lead. Baker stays in the net. Bolio with a steal in the neutral zone. Mika bats it free. Here come the Bulls. They're onside. Joey Molinaro punches it past Noah Gilraith. He will try to drop it off. Cole Norris has it. Trying to nudge it free. Molinaro had it poked away from him. Adam Goodsir could have a 2-on-1 rush. He springs Austin Bolio right side, pies onto the goal. Goodsir the trailer, he shoots. What a save by Brian Baker. Highway robbery on Adam Goodsir on a point-blank try. And one of the North American Hockey League's finest snipers denied on a point-blank shot by Brian Baker. And with that save, Baker has given his team a chance a very, very slight chance. And I believe Matt Nicholson utilizing his timeout here. And then what we can assume to be the last face-off of this game, it will take place to the left of the Amarillo goaltender, Brian Baker. The Bulls must win this draw, or they must get a steal at the blue line to have any chance. The Baker's dozen seconds to go, and I was incorrect. Another face-off will take place, and they're going to add another 1.1 seconds, I believe, onto that clock. The puck was dropped prematurely. Adam Goodser being kicked from the face-off dot. Austin Bolio on his second face-off of the night. We'll see if he wins it. He does. He is 2 for 2. The Bulls slap it down the length of the ice. An easy icing call will be made. 6 seconds remain, and that's going to just about wrap things up. The Wichita Falls Wildcats improve on home ice. They continue their perfect record in 2016. They have not lost a game since December of 2015. Which means they are 12-0-0 on home ice in 2016. Simply phenomenal numbers here. Their record unmatched in the annual year. Their home record at the KYC this season, now 23-1. And a bit of a scuffle taking place. Andre Paisan didn't like what he saw from Joey Molinaro. And before this thing gets ugly, I think the refs would do well to just break this up, because we don't need any unnecessary penalties or suspensions handed out at this point. The Wildcats skate away with a 3-2 victory here on home ice, and they send home 2,000 very pleased fans back to their houses. Meanwhile, they send home 23 disheartened young players of the Amarillo Bulls back to the West Texas Panhandle, very disappointed. 11 straight defeats to the Wildcats. A lot of people in this building believed that would come to an end tonight. The way the Bulls got off and running early on in the first period, it was nothing like last night's first period, which was dominated by the Cats. Despite the Wildcats outshooting the Bulls in period 1, they entered the second trailing 2-1. And Justin Kapelmaster appeared extremely shaky in the early going on his first 5 shots or so, but ever since then, he was stellar. 3-2 the final here at the KYC. Again, a lot of the players bowing their heads at center ice. Many others working their way back off the ice. We're going to step aside, take a short break here. When we come back, we'll notify you of the 3-star selection presented by Kona Ice. Stay tuned, everyone. The three-star selection provided by Kona Ice has just been announced here by the PA announcer Charles Campbell at the KYC. The 3 stars of tonight's game. The 3rd star, Michael Rounds, had the game-tying goal, and it was a beautiful shot, folks. He was set up by none other than Johnny Lazarus. 4 points in 2 nights for Johnny Lazarus ever since coming back from that shoulder injury. But Michael Rounds with a beautiful shot went bar down on Brian Baker, who had no chance to stop that. Tied the game back up in period 2. Vying for another successful second period for the Wildcats. Shortly thereafter, early on in period 3, Johnny Lazarus scored the goal, which would give him first star honors of tonight's game. And tonight's second star, Garrett Van Wy, who got the ball rolling early on in the contest with a backhand goal, ended his 5-game goalless drought and gave the Wildcats an early 1-0 lead and got the energy really going here in the building. So, and a good night for Garrett Van Wy as a whole. He is tonight's Kona Ice second star of the game. And, of course, as was mentioned, Johnny Lazarus, a goal and an assist. Another very impressive showing, thank you, by Johnny Lazarus. A goal and an assist on both nights. 2 goals, 2 assists on the weekend. Just a tremendous series for Johnny Lazarus. He is tonight's Kona Ice first star of the game. Again, folks, we really apologize for the internet difficulties. I'd like to thank all of you who decided to rejoin the broadcast on YouTube.com tonight. Fast Hockey's archive is shot. There's no chance I'll be able to go back and even make a highlight video from tonight's game, unfortunately, because they do not archive games which are corrupted, or in other words, have lost a significant portion of the game due to an internet shortage or what have you, and that is what we had here tonight, it looks like. So unfortunately, that is just the way things work around here from time to time. I'll get on the phone Monday morning with WebFire, do my best to ensure that it does not happen again, and I mean when I say nobody's more upset about this than I am. Again, I'll do everything in my power to fix this for you going forward. And now for one last quick out-of-town scoreboard update with the South Division teams in the North American Hockey League. Big win for Odessa tonight. They needed that win, basically needed that win to stay alive in the Robertson Cup playoff hunt. They got a 4-3 victory on the road against a very worthy adversary, the Topeka Roadrunners, so they keep their playoff hopes alive. The Lone Star Brahmas, and some more good news for Odessa. The Brahmas are ahead of the Corpus Christi Ice Rays on home ice, 1-0. Early on in period 3. So if the Brahmas lose, that's good news for the Cats. But if the Brahmas win, that's good news for the Jackalopes, who need Corpus to lose in order to get that 4th place spot and play the top seed in the South Divisional semifinals in the Robertson Cup playoffs this season. That's going to be all from here, folks. Again, we apologize for the technical difficulties that you've experienced this evening. I'd like to thank you all, each and every one of you, for continuing to support the Wildcats, both on FastHockey.com and on YouTube, including our social media sites as well, Facebook, Twitter, and what have you. I'm Alex Von Keudel, saying we hope you enjoyed the broadcast despite the malfunctions. We know you enjoyed tonight's outcome regardless. 3-2 the final here at the KYC. The Wildcats skate away with their 12th straight on home ice and their 11th straight against the Amarillo Bulls. Again, our next broadcast will be this upcoming Friday night, March 25th against the Topeka Roadrunners. They will be in town. We hope to have all these snafus sorted out by then. In the meantime, so long for now. I'm Alex Von Keudel saying good night, everybody.